Alrighty, parental discretion is advised.
Go to krbe.com and contact us that way. You can also direct message Eric, or any way you can reach out via social media is fine, but kind of keep it organized. He likes to keep it organized. Go to krbe.com and tell us what happened in your world where you felt you had to get payback on someone, and then it all gets revealed here. That's why we call it revenge. Now, Charlotte reached out to us. She's standing by. Let's find out why. Good morning, Charlotte.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Charlotte. So, who is it you're seeking out to serve a dish of revenge to?
Yeah, cold.
Yeah. A bully by the name of Hank.
We do hate bullies.
Yep.
We also don't like the bullying of the bullies because then it's contradictory. But I'm thinking that now some years have passed. I'm guessing this is a childhood bully story, or is it current?
Oh, let's just say bullies never really change. He was a bully in grade school. We also went to high school. He spread vicious lies about me, saying I was a slut. I slept the whole school. He made my life a living hell. So then I'm thinking, okay, I go to college. I forget about this person. And we end up in the same town. He ends up moving back to our town. And I'm not going to say the name because it's a very small town.
It's fine, yeah.
He has a son. I'm shocked somebody married him. And he has a son that's in the same grade as my son, 8th grade. And the apple does not fall far from the tree because his son is also a bully.
Oh, come on.
Is he bullying your son?
Oh, not only my son, he's bullying a lot of children. And you know that chip challenge?
The
Which
chip
one?
challenge.
The
What's
Takis?
that?
It's like the really spicy chip. It's like one chip. They have it at Five Below store. They have a whole bag of them. It's like the one chip challenge.
So they're so hot you can only have one of them?
Yes, that one.
Oh, okay.
And so what do you do with the chips?
Oh, he brought it to his class and gave it to all, like, 5 different boys. He never told them what it was. Then they all ended up in the emergency room.
Oh, my God. What is with these chips?
Oh, my God.
Well, they didn't know what was going on. They were all throwing up. They were crying, and obviously this bully didn't tell them it was a one-chip spicy thing. He was just laughing.
Did he get, like, any kind of punishment for this?
Yeah, he got suspended for 2 weeks. Everyone was talking about it at the school. And luckily, my son knew what that chip was and didn't do it. But he kept getting pressured to do it. He's like, no, I'm good, actually. He was smart because he knew what it was. But he, along with a bunch of boys, are getting bullied by Hank's son. And I'm tired of it.
Have you spoken to Hank and said, hey, knock this crap off?
If he didn't knock it off in high school, do you really think he's going to knock it off now?
Well, we hope sometimes that bullies grow up and mature and they realize the wrong that they did. But it sounds like he's passed the bullying to the second generation.
So my son has another friend. He gets physically bullied. So the bullied child's mother spoke to Hank, and he's like, oh, boys are just being boys. There's nothing wrong with it. Maybe your son should take a karate class.
Oh, my God.
Oh, come on. What is this, Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Come on, moms of sons. Let's do better.
So, in other words, by confronting this Hank, nothing really gets done.
Oh, nothing, because they don't care. And so I took matters into my own hands.
Well, let's talk to Hank. He's on hold.
But he hasn't heard what you told us.
He has no idea that you're on the phone with us.
Hey, Hank. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show in 104.1 KRBE. Thank you so much for taking our call today and joining our show. Good morning.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, Hank, on Tuesdays, we'd like to let people air out their grievances. And we've got somebody on the line right now that would like to speak to you.
She listens to our show. Her name is Charlotte. She knows you for a long time.
Charlotte from, grade school and high school?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't you think that bullying is not necessary in school?
I'm sorry, is this a lecture on bullying?
That's not a lecture on bullying. I'm just saying your son, just like you, have been bullying all the kids for no reason.
Come on, he's in middle school. Things are tough. He holds his own. It's assertive. What are you talking about?
What does that mean, holds his own? Beating other children up?
Sure, he protects himself from people, but what are you talking about?
Hank, nobody's going after your son. Nobody even touches your son because he's a bully.
But actually, Charlotte, let's dig into that for a second. Hank, do you think that your son is being bullied and he's defending himself against people that are bad?
I mean, he's complained about people running their mouth, and I said, son, just tell them what it is and put them in their place. Don't put up with stuff.
You can't do that, dude. Most schools have a zero tolerance for violence.
I don't think it's bullying or violence when you're taking care of your own business and defending yourself.
It is if you hit somebody because you don't like what the kid said.
You're acting like your son's getting bullied, and so he's defending himself. Has your son ever been bullied?
Hell no. My son would never be bullied. He's not some He's not going to get whipped.
Oh,
I taught my
dude.
son to stand up for
He's
himself.
bullied.
Not doing anything. Okay, listen. Charlotte has told us, Hank, that your son is a bully.
Or shit. Come on, Charlotte. This is just you getting back at me. Whatever. I don't know. 'Cause you were.
In high school?
Getting back at you for what?
Yeah, so you're going to admit something? What were you doing?
Yeah, for what was
What'd you
she
do
be
to her?
getting back at you for, Hank?
I don't know. Charlotte just set herself up. She, was kind of like hockey puck and just, made herself known to all the guys at school. And, the guys passed her around on the team. She just kind of circulated from team to team, sleeping with all the guys, and we all knew it.
Do you know that for a fact, that she slept with all the guys from every team?
This is like 21 years later, and you're still hung up on this? This is bullshit. Now you're blaming it on my son?
Spread false rumors about me. None of it was true, and you created another mini version of yourself that's just terrorizing other children.
Is this what it's about? It's about your son? Are you sticking up for your son? Is he coming home crying to mommy? I don't get what's going on. Why?
Dude,
Oh, Jesus.
seriously, I mean, don't you want your kids to be a better version of what you were? It sounds to me like you're doing the exact same thing with him.
I don't think he thinks anything was wrong with him.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you are, but my kid is already a better version of myself, and I will see to that. Thank you.
Oh, I mean, I heard that you were trying to get your son into a private school. I heard he got
Wow,
rejected.
so you're using gossip to come against me and just get back at me,
Well,
Charlotte.
can you
would be
answer the
higher
question? Did your child get rejected from a school that you're trying to get into?
Yeah, what's that have to do with this at all?
Because there's a reason why he was rejected. I made sure that kind of character doesn't belong at a private school that's prestigious.
What the You're the reason he didn't get in.
Oh, a bunch of my friends are on the board. I told them what kind of character he is. I told them what kind of character you are. So there is no way in hell they would allow
So
your
look who's
son
the
to
bully
come to that
now.
school.
Look who's the bully now. Now you're
It's
bullying
not a
my
bully.
family.
It's called karma, Hank.
Feels like
It's
it.
karma.
This feels like bullying to me.
This school is very prestigious. They not only look at good grades, but they look at character. And this is a kid who's been suspended more than once, also recently for 2 weeks. They don't want that kind of character
Oh,
at
come
that
on.
school.
For giving kids for snaring a snack. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. I can't believe you ruined kids' future and prospects to get on D1 just because you're bitter Betty.
Your kid's ruining other kids' future, okay? He's ruining their present time right now. That's why he doesn't belong at that school. So you know what? That was your karma.
Hank, you're going to have a hard time getting him into any school if he's got a bad conduct record.
Well, also, Hank, it wasn't just some chips. Apparently, this sent a lot of kids to the hospital.
And you're forcing them to eat this stuff?
My son apologized and was over-punished severely. We talked to the principal. It's all bullshit.
Well, apparently it was enough to keep him out of this new school.
You know, Charlotte, you're still full of bullshit and a slut. And I'm going to go right to that school. I have friends on the board, too, and I'm going to put this to rest.
Good luck, because once they hear this conversation, I'm sure they're really going to reconsider.
Yeah, Charlotte, all you got to do is, let them hear the podcast of this.
Exactly. So good luck, Hank.
You know what? Thanks for the parenting and therapy lesson, y'all. That's
You're welcome.
Great.
It's free.
Yeah.
That was free.
All
He
right.
just hung up.
All right, well, Charlotte, the word is out.
That poor kid of his has really got a strike against him because it's learned behavior, and he learned it from his dad.
Oh, completely.
Well, we hope that it gets better. I mean, really, for everybody involved, I hope it gets better. Thanks for listening to our show, Charlotte, and for joining us today.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
All right, you take care.
On text,
Scumbag.
37530. This guy is total trash.
Trash.
I gotta say it like that. Can't just say trash. Just trash. Take out the trash, and I mean you.
You got to cleanse the palate, man.
Wait.
That's a Saturday Night Live reference.
You.
When you said take out the trash, I didn't know he was talking about you.
Hey, we have a listener line we can play coming up next. I think it might make a new segment for us, Roula.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to
right.
find out. Is it what's the topicality of it?
She's not happy with the guy she's dating with because he's a bad kisser.
Oh,
He's a bad kisser.
so
but
let's
she
think.
likes him a
What's
lot.
the topic we
So
can
I'm
get
like-
out of that and make it something?
Yeah, so we could play it and we could decide if we think she should stay with him or not. And then I'll tell you what the idea is.
Okay.
Let's hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
More of the Roula and Ryan Show.
Okay, so we've got a listener line call that essentially could spur a new bit, a
I
new
know.
segment.
Let's see.
I'm hoping.
Let's hear what the caller is telling us, what the call is about, and then we'll decide how we're gonna.
Yeah, maybe
Because we have lots of different things that
we
we
get people that want help all the time. It's fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not therapists or anything, obviously. We just-
713-390-278 is our listener line phone number. And you say we're not therapists, Eric, but we're seasoned life experiencers.
And I've been to a lot of therapy.
Are we life coaches?
Well, I mean, after the things we've learned on this show, if you go to KRBE's Instagram,
Learn
you're
from our
gonna see
mistakes, right?
our
Is that what he says?
reactions yesterday with all the stories we got hit with yesterday. It was so crazy. Between me and Sam, we're just like, oh my gosh. So let's hear what this story is about. Okay, let's hit that listener line.
Hi. So I have a problem with this guy. He's great on paper. He's super sweet. I really love hanging out with him, and my friends love him, and it's been going great. But he's just a terrible kisser. And I don't know if it's because I have big lips, and all natural, by the way. And I don't know if he just doesn't know what to do with them. I don't know. It's our third date, and I'm just like, if he doesn't know how to kiss, like, what else does he not know how to do? So I just really need help with this.
You're sizing him up before you've even
All right, Sam.
She's kissed him.
Sam and
Well,
Roula,
you know what? You can teach
Sam
a
and
guy
Roula, you
how
guys
to
are
kiss.
women.
Hold on a second.
And this is a woman's problems.
Yes.
Right, for this caller.
Like if you're not feeling anything magical or
No.
chemical
No
or
spark.
kiss, then
There's
why
no
would
spark.
you go
That's-
further?
Yeah, that's hard.
And let me tell you a true story. When Mr. Determined, a.k.a. the bread man, a.k.a. Tassos, my husband, and I went on our first date, like we had texted a couple times. It was a blind date. And, we go to dinner and then we decide to go have a drink afterwards. And I'm sitting there across the table actually kind of next to the table, kind of the way I'm sitting next to Eric this way. It wasn't totally across. And I go, hold on a second. I just need to check something. And I just grabbed his face and I kissed him so I could know if I'm going to feel something. And I was like, that's good. That's
Yeah, but she
You felt
didn't say there's no spark. She just said he's a bad kisser.
Yeah,
well, but then you don't feel any spark if you're dreading the kisses coming up.
I think she's
Right.
worried that other things are going to be bad if kissing's bad.
She's
Yeah,
thinking
if
like,
he hasn't
he
gone
doesn't know
farther.
how to use his mouth. He's
But
not
3 dates.
used
It's 3 dates.
other
It wasn't the
things
first
right.
date, so 3 dates.
Nice guy, sweet guy, bad kisser. After 3 dates, should she continue to go out with him or should she jump?
We're
I
glad
think
she-
if she really liked him, the
Teach him.
kiss, yes. She would take time.
But how do you teach somebody? Because
Say, hey,
she
try-
doesn't sound
you
like
gotta-
she's
You got to practice a lot.
Don't try and take out my tonsils.
But doesn't everybody have a different kissing technique? Like maybe you're
Yeah,
on
of
a
course.
relationship and that's how you kissed with that person.
Right.
And this person doesn't like that. They kiss that
Absolutely,
way.
Eric. Absolutely. Maybe you just came out of a relationship where that's how that person liked to kiss, and then you kiss that new person the same way, and they don't like it.
It's just sad that you would dump.
3 dates in, and if she's not feeling sparks, guys, she's going to keep
Did you say
dating
that?
or she's
Wait
going to
again.
ditch
Where
him.
do you hear
Play it
that
again.
she's
Let me
not
see.
feeling sparks?
I just heard just bad kiss.
Okay.
Hi. So I have a problem with this guy. He's great on paper. He's super sweet. I really love hanging out with him, and my friends love him, and it's been going great. But he's just a terrible kisser, and I don't know if it's because I have big lips and all natural, by the way, and I don't know if he just doesn't know what to do with them. I don't know. It's our third date, and I'm just like, if he doesn't know how to kiss, like, what else does he not know how to do? So I just really need help with this.
See, that's
Somebody
what it
texted,
is.
listen to this text. I'm married a bad kisser. I would not recommend it.
She's worried he's going to be
Oh,
bad.
So
my
this
at it.
texter
gosh.
says.
But there's probably other reasons why. Is it that the only reason why he
Right.
sucks as a
Yeah.
husband?
Maybe
Is
he
it kissing?
cheated on her and
Yeah, did something bad to her?
Or,
was
I
a
mean, that one
deadbeat.
is a loaded text.
That
Because-
is such a loaded text.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was like, we
married a
need
bad
more
kisser. I wouldn't
details.
recommend it. So what? Because he's a bad kisser, you've just never gotten on board. Like you can't lean all the way in on it. Like you're a bad kisser. I just
yeah,
can't get
nobody
into
ever
you.
files
So
for
why'd you marry
divorce
him?
because
Right.
the kissing was terrible. It's
Well,
usually
listen, I
something
feel
more.
like to each his own. And if she feels like she's not that invested yet, it's been 3 dates, you could ditch out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But 3
Let's go to
dates, if you,
Katrina.
the friends like him, so obviously
She
the
likes
friends
him.
already met him.
She said she loves hanging out with him.
Throw
Right.
it, throw it away for
Katrina's
that.
up at 713-390-KRBE. Let's hear her opinion. Hi, Katrina. Good morning.
Good morning.
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 What's your advice for the caller?
Get out now.
Oh, wow.
Get out.
Because,
Tell us
okay,
why.
so I dated a guy in high school who he couldn't kiss. And every time he would drop me off at the class, we'd say kiss goodbye or whatever, kiss goodbye. And after he walked away, I'd have to wipe my face off because it was always covered in spit. So get out now.
So he's a sloppy kisser.
Yeah, sloppy kissers, and that's not attractive.
You didn't think, but do you think if you were really, really into him, you would have been okay with it?
I mean, no. Maybe if I could have, maybe, but I know. Get out.
How about
Yeah.
now, though? You said that was high school.
It's
How,
still early. Get out now.
what about you're older now, though? So
Yeah.
you're in your how old are you?
Exactly. I'm in my 40s, and if they don't know how to kiss now, they can't be taught.
Right. She doesn't sound like she's
probably not
17 on the
at
call.
40.
Yeah.
See, you're
Right.
messing with that then.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like guys, the reason, and Katrina,
All
the
right.
reason I'm saying to
So
ditch
dump
this
him.
guy is because if she already, after 3 dates, has come to the Roula and Ryan show
Yeah.
listener line
Right.
to get some backup, there's enough doubt there to leave him out. I say she ditches him.
I think so too because she's like, yeah, my friends like him. Like, I feel like she's trying to build him up.
Right.
Be like,
feel like
he's
the
a
poor
great,
guy
you guys
he's
are
a
by
good
yourself.
guy on
Unless you
paper.
confront
Yes.
somebody and tell them what they're doing wrong, then how can you complain? You need to tell him he's doing something wrong.
Can you
You
be?
would want some girl to tell you
Hell
that
yeah.
you're a
If-
terrible
yes.
kisser.
If I was doing
I
it
really
wrong,
like you a lot, but you're a terrible kisser.
if
Then
I
you're being
really,
insecure.
if I really liked her and she told me, "Ooh, I don't like, a little less tongue or a little more or this or that," I would listen.
If I got dumped for the only reason for it is because
Yeah.
of my kissing, I'd want to know the truth so then
Yes.
you can work on it.
Because my whole life been a lie.
And then what
Has
about?
no one told me that's terrible?
Can you be a bad
And
kisser
she's the first.
but a good lover?
Sure.
Sure.
So see, man, because I feel like she's more worried about that part.
Someone texted in that they communicated to a bad kisser how they like to be kissed, and he's now the best kisser.
See?
And making out with
Mm-hmm.
him is
It's
amazing.
called communication.
Can be taught.
People are too
And then
quick
this
to give
texter,
up.
move on, don't look back.
Oh my God! All the women,
There's no spark.
women are mean today.
Yeah. And you wonder why you're single.
Ahmad says 2.
37530
Roula.
also is our text. Maddie is up next. Hello. Hold on a second. Let me make sure the phone lines are correct.
Does she
Hi,
date?
Maddie. Good morning.
Date him or ditch him?
Yeah, that's what we're going to call it.
Yeah.
Date or ditch.
Honestly, ditch him because I went on a date with a couple of dates with a guy. He was 24 years old. I literally kept asking for water. Like, I was thirsty. Can I get some water? And then I called my friend from the bathroom and told her, hey, call me in 5 minutes and tell me it's an emergency and I have to go home.
What was he doing wrong? Like, how was he a bad kisser?
It felt like I was drowning in saliva.
Another sloppy kisser.
God.
Yeah,
Ew.
it's these guys, they did-
Ew.
yeah.
Ew.
These guys need to watch soap operas.
Yeah.
Those people kiss like they don't go in
Yeah.
all the way.
Or you,
You
have
gotta-
like the peck,
Yeah.
the
Must be the
pecking
lingering
guys.
But
kiss.
you gotta dial back on the tongue.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind that part, but like so much saliva. And I'm like, you're 24 and you don't know how to kiss yet?
Give him some saltines.
He's 24.
Us out.
24 didn't know how to kiss.
Yeah, we agree with you. You should have ditched him.
Give him some crackers.
Yeah,
Spit.
absolutely.
Oh, man.
So far, we need one more woman to call in now.
And what,
We've
5
had
calls
two.
has it
I'm
on?
just curious because now we've had two
Text
women
her.
say sloppy kissers dump them.
Ditch
How
him.
about this texter? I married
He's gonna
someone
go
that
on
doesn't
it.
kiss like me. It was hard.
Say it again.
This texter says they also married somebody that doesn't kiss like they would like, and it was very hard. It was difficult.
But see, the guy's never going to learn.
Well, I agree with the first caller. Depending on their age, they don't sound like they're 17. So can he be
Right.
can he be taught? Can he be taught? 713-390-KRBE. One more.
I'd like to find
One more
another
lady
female
caller to
to
tell
I think
us
if you're really
to
into
ditch this guy.
him, then it wouldn't be a question.
If
But
she
I don't
was into
think
him, she would
she's-
not have called
Play it
our
again.
show,
Play it
Sam.
I
again.
don't think she's
She's
that
not
into
into him,
him.
Eric.
hearing
Stop
this.
trying
I
for
don't
this
think
guy.
it
Y'all are
is.
hearing
Listen
something
to
I'm
it.
not
It sounds
hearing.
like he's
Really?
into 'em.
Hi. So I have a problem with this guy. He's great on paper. He's super sweet. I really love hanging out with him, and my friends love him, and it's been going great. But he's just a terrible kisser, and I don't know if it's because I have big lips and all natural, by the way, and I don't know if he just doesn't know what to do with them. I don't know. It's our third date, and I'm just like, if he doesn't know how to kiss, like, what else does he not know how to do?
See?
So I just really need help with this.
That's the real
She's
reason.
not
She
that
is.
into him.
No,
Yeah.
I'm hearing something totally different. I'm hearing
I feel like
she's
she's more about
worried that
sex.
he is going to be bad in bed.
Yep.
No.
Right.
If
which
she was
means
that
she's
into
not
him.
that into him.
Yes.
At least give the
If
guy a
she- no,
shot
but
before
why?
you make a summary judgment.
No, she already has enough doubt to call our show. We are
Yeah.
strangers, but we
Yes.
are her family, her
Yep.
radio family, but truly she doesn't know us. So if you bring it to us, there's enough doubt in there.
What if that guy was
to be
just
like,
magical in bed?
Yeah.
But he normally
deprived
you
yourself.
kiss to start that.
Yeah, and if you
And
can't
if-
get into
if
the
she
kissing,
can't even
you won't
get into the
the rest
kissing,
of
Which
it.
is
She's not
worse?
gonna get
Would
into
you
the
rather have him be a
rest.
bad kisser or a bad lover?
Bad kisser.
Yeah.
So maybe he's
Yeah.
got just the bad kissing, but he's got everything
Maybe
else.
he's got a.
So what? She has to sleep with him to figure it out?
Well,
Not kissing.
she's into it.
Just don't
That's
kiss
what I
him.
would do.
And oh my gosh.
Okay, I say date or
cool.
ditch.
Phone-
Sam and I
all right.
are voting ditch.
All
A
right.
lot of people have
and
voted
two callers.
ditch.
The phones are full.
The
Go ahead,
guys are
pick one.
voting date.
Yeah, y'all are heartless.
Oh,
let's
women
go
are
to-
so mean.
Yeah, I know.
Is there any
And-
guys calling?
Let's
No,
see.
I see girl names.
Let's see,
Angela,
it's-
Connie.
Okay.
Hi, Angela. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Date or ditch?
I would say ditch him. If you've tried,
Because kissing is like a prerequisite to other things. If you can't get the engine started or they don't try, that'll be an issue down the line, unfortunately.
Well, what we're hearing is they're all sloppy kissers, that they're trying too hard.
What I'm hearing, this is why all these ladies still single, because they're so picky and don't feel like they can give the guy a chance.
When somebody says to settle down, do not take the word settle literally. Go for what is comfortable and you like.
If that was a guy, you guys would be like, that guy is so, like, her boobs aren't big enough.
So right.
She has small boobs.
If the guy called in, hold on.
If a guy called in and said, man, I really love this chick, but her kissing is bad.
I would say the same thing. You're not into her.
the same thing.
Yes, I would.
I think so.
No.
Yes, I would. Would you say the same thing, Angela? If a guy said, I'm not into her
to
kissing,
the show know that's not the case.
Wouldn't you also think the same thing? He's not into her.
It's both ways. It's not gender specific. It's, you know.
Right.
And Angela, the reason, let me point out also, reason I say she's not that into him is because the key phrase I was looking for in the girls' call, because I know how girls talk to each other, she'd be like, guys, I like this guy so much, but his kissing, it's less than.
Yeah.
She did not say that. She said, we have a great time. My friends like him. She did not say in that call, I like him so much. I want this to work so bad. She didn't say I really like him. She goes, I have a good time with him.
Because of rom-coms. You see that magical kiss.
It's poisoned your mind.
And if you're not getting that magical kiss,
so.
you're not getting that magical kiss, it doesn't start your motor or whatever your engine you were saying.
I didn't get a magical kiss with Mark when we first started dating.
And look, now you're a family.
I just feel like to each his own, man. Not everybody can fit in the same box.
I'm not a magical girl, Eric. I'm not going to say how
Good thing
our
he
first
didn't get the
night
boot.
Yeah,
God forbid
Good
he
thing
was
you didn't
too
call the
sloppy.
show. You'd be kicking him off.
I would have licked his face.
So, there's
you like that?
Is there one person that says?
Let me see.
Apparently not.
It's all ditch.
Connie says. Let's see what Connie says. Hi, Connie. Good morning.
Try line 4.
Okay.
Hi, good morning.
She's on line 4. Let's see if she stays because it's line 4 in the new year. Hi, Connie. So you are saying not to ditch him?
Yes, I say date him.
Okay. Now tell us how she could fix the kissing problem.
I don't know. I think maybe the guy can make up other ways by not, by being a bad kisser.
Okay, so is there a way she can
saliva
tell him something about? Wow, you're real
The picture had to be painted.
Oh my Lanta!
Can we just focus? Can we just focus, kids? Do you think Connie she could say something to him like about what the quality of the kiss is? Like, in what way could she tactfully tell him? Like whether she didn't tell us if it's too slobbery. She didn't tell us what's bad about the kiss.
Right.
She has big lips.
We don't know what's wrong, other than that she has naturally big lips. We don't know what the problem with the kissing is. So how would you tactfully go around that to say, I'm not vibing with the way you kiss me?
I would be honest with him, and I would tell him that I'm just not vibing with it. I'm not feeling the kiss. Maybe just being honest of what she's feeling when they're kissing.
Here's what I don't understand, okay? So you ladies, when we're in a relationship with you, you have no problem telling us what to do in every facet of our life. Why do you have a problem telling us how to?
You have no problem telling us what to do because you're a
do
woman.
this, or why don't babe, do this, or do that, or do this, or do that. You have no problem telling us how to live our lives. Why would you have a problem telling us how to kiss you right?
Because it's the beginning of the relationship. It's the beginning of the
relationship. You don't know the person. You don't walk into a job interview and tell the company what's wrong with them. You want to get the job first and then complain the carpet's not changed or vacuumed.
So those two people picked, those three girls picked ditch.
Except for Connie. Connie said date.
Sam?
And Sam and I say ditch.
Yeah.
I say date.
I say teach.
Yeah, teach. If it doesn't work, then you can ditch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Teach one more time and then dump.
Nobody's saying settle.
So ultimately, all you guys are saying ditch.
Well, I mean,
no,
as long as you tell him first, give him a chance.
Give him the guy a chance before you
give him
execute
3 date chances.
Right.
She's not calling us. For those just tuning in, a woman did not call our show after her first date with this guy. It's been 3 dates, and she does not like the way he kisses. Ditch.
A lot of women say ditch. All right.
There's too many fish in the sea. Go find some guy that makes you melt when you kiss him.
Yeah. Don't waste your saliva on him.
I guess the majority said ditch.
That's it. Date or ditch.
Sorry.
There's our new.
So now we need people.
Don't call and complain when you're single a year from now.
Why are you guys being so haterade on singles? Like, that's why you're single.
So I want people
so women can have choices? Because a woman is making a choice to not date a guy who's a bad kisser? She's going to be single forever now?
That's true.
Why are y'all being so crappy about it? Don't be so snarko.
I say people call listener line if you're dating someone and there's something going on in that relationship. let us try and help you out.
Date or ditch.
Yeah.
Because actually, we do romance or no chance. We could have called that date or ditch because that was a first date that's weird or wacky, and we guess if you dated the person or did you ditch the person. But romance or no chance is different. Like, did you have a romance or was there just no chance after that first date? Date or ditch is good for this. Like, should you just get on, keep on keeping on? Just get the hell out of there.
I like it.
713
what would you say?
278-VENT. That's our listener line phone call number.
In like 20 seconds or less, Sam and Roula, if a guy was dating a girl right now and they went to kiss, what would you recommend? Less is more. Don't go for the tongue, or.
I mean, you shouldn't just go.
Because you said don't peck. You said don't peck.
Yeah, nobody likes like torpedo tongue.
Like,
don't put your hands on their face. Yeah.
Egg beater tongue.
Egg beater.
But then you also don't want the pecking. Like, Love is Blind. The guy just pecked. He like hit his lips, and he would just like.
What if you just started sucking on your lip and wouldn't let go? Like,
and just started biting
Yeah.
it.
You go,
Like, I didn't
ow.
want that pierced. Thank
Yeah.
you.
see, it's so hard. There's so many choices. That's a weird kiss.
Oh my
Why is Ryan like brushing his teeth and spitting? Hold on, excuse me. Here you go. All right, coming up next. Yesterday we were talking about the aftermath of the Golden Globes with Joe Coy and the meltdown of the monologue. That it's unfortunate for the next 2 days. Everyone's talking about it. However, the comedian world is giving us an insight to what it is to be asked to be a host of an award show. How many jokes you have to write to make just 15 of them land? How many jokes do you think it takes to make just 15 jokes land?
Remember, they all get like 4 months to write these jokes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about this next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Y'all ready?
This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop
on KRBE.
Earlier this morning, we were talking about how a couple days after the Golden Globes, you get the official numbers of the ratings, and wow, the Golden Globes are up by 50% in ratings. Almost 10 million people watched the Golden Globes, which is really a remarkable number because a lot of people just stream that, go chase it out on Paramount to stream it because CBS lost their contract with DirecTV and AT&T,
That was just
and that's
in
a lot of
Houston.
people.
That's not nationally.
I think it's just Houston.
Was it? I
That's
thought it
not
was
national.
Or it could be whatever that company is that CBS local here.
Is it who owns them
I forget.
now?
Garrett or
No, that you think KPRC.
I get it mixed
No,
up.
it was.
But like CBS
can't remember their name.
is owned by a company here.
Yes.
KHOU is owned.
Because it used to be
somebody else.
something started with a T and then it started with a G.
Tegna is
Tegna.
that's ABC.
No, ABC
Tegna.
here is Disney.
Tegna is ABC here.
What's one with the G?
No.
KHOU is owned by
ABC 13
Tegna
is
Inc.
Disney here.
No, Kevin, you're wrong. Tegna owns KHOU.
Yeah, Tegna is KHOU. And then is it Gannett?
Well, he's right then.
What?
KHOU
no,
is
he
Channel
said
11.
that Tegna
KHOU
was
is the
Channel
CBS
13.
one.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Yeah.
KHOU.
No, he was saying it's Channel 13.
Yeah,
No.
so they don't know. They've been fighting with DirecTV, but that's still could possibly be millions of people.
Right, and a little sidebar, a little note about television behind the scenes. I didn't know this until I moved to Philly. NBC here is not owned by NBC. That's why it's KPRC Channel 2 owned by whatever, Gannett or whoever has them. When I moved to Philly, it was NBC 10. And I was like, I wonder why Channel 2 is not called NBC 2 because it's not owned by NBC. That's when I learned the world
They're owned by Graham Media.
of the affiliates. Is that
KPRC
Channel 2 is Graham? Okay, good. I knew it was a
KPRC2
G.
is owned by Graham Media Group.
And then like Channel 11 is not CBS 11.
They're Tegna.
It's Tegna. But ABC is
But
ABC
it's funny, though.
13.
Also, Fox
Owned
is
by
not
Disney.
owned by Fox.
Yep.
Yeah, it's KRAV, but who owns them? I don't even know.
But when you go around to other cities, like you're in a hotel and you watch, you're like, man, those graphics look just like ours. It's like some consultant company or imaging company or
Right.
something.
Let's see.
And they all had the same voice guy for
KRV
years.
is owned by Fox.
Oh, because it's Fox 26, Kev. It should be Fox.
Yeah.
It says Fox 26.
Kev's like, I don't get checks from them.
I don't think so. I thought that they were owned by somebody else
Says
as
right
well.
here.
Well,
Everyone-
anyway, let me move on to the story. So,
My network TV.
the Golden Globes being up 50% is a good number for the Golden Globes people, especially considering all the controversy they've had the last few years. But it might hit a little harder for Joe Coy, thinking, oh, great, it was up 50%. For everybody to criticize that I bombed in the monologue. And a lot of people who don't know that story, even though he told us many times during the monologue and during his time on stage, he only had 10 days to prepare to be the host of the Golden Globes. Ever since, I don't know, what was the big thing that happened where everyone's like, oh my God, run like the wind from any request to host an award show? What was the bad
Kevin
award
Hart.
show?
Remember, he was going to do the Oscars or something, but they started looking in your past tweets.
Yep.
and
That's,
social
I guess,
media.
what
He did not
was.
want to get canceled for stuff he wrote 10 years ago.
And I guess that's when it started where people were like, nope. So a lot of people were asked to host the Golden Globes and they said no. And Joe Coy has said yes, 10 days out. And a lot of comics in the industry who write for shows and also write for big talk shows and sitcoms came to his defense saying that you just don't have enough time in 10 days to write the amount of jokes you need to land. You have to write 500 jokes to get 15 of them to be funny by the audience. And they said this one
If you needed
comedian
to write 500 more.
her name is Lori Kilmartin. She hosts a podcast about the craft of comedy, and she used to be a writer for Conan. And she is one of the prominent insider voices rising to Joe Coy's defense, saying, it is a terrible gig. The audience sucks. Think of who's in the audience. You have fellow comics, and you have giant A-listers that some of them just can't be bothered. Like,
They're getting drunk. They're
who's
eating.
this? Not even getting drunk. It's just, they're just not in.
They're just there for the pictures.
Let's think with the Golden Globes about this, okay? Every single one of us has been to an event in a hotel room with round tables and food. And you're there for a specific reason, whether it's a charity event or a meeting or something. And even as you are supposed to be engaged in what's happening on stage, you yourself are not listening. You are not listening. You are talking to the people around you at the table. You're pouring a glass of champagne. You're passing the bread. Where's the butter? And then you got this guy up there who, 90 countries, 150 countries are watching what he's saying. And you don't know if the camera's on your face or not. And he doesn't know what the camera is showing to us at home.
All I know is Leonardo DiCaprio's next to me. I'm talking to him.
Yeah. Straight. I'm not listening
I
to the
don't
guy
care
on
what
stage.
they're saying on stage.
Would you guys? Because last year, what's his name? Carmichael. I forget his first name. Is it Jared?
Yes.
Gerard or Jared? Gerard. He made $500,000 last year
To host Golden Globes.
to host it. Would you guys take $500,000 to be up there and then the next day knowing everyone's going to make fun of you and say you were terrible?
Yep.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Awful.
You know the money
You
has
got
to be good enough for
I
Joe
don't
Coy to
care.
say
Half
yes.
Cash is
Yeah.
king, baby.
And
I
that-
don't care. You can make fun of me all. Wait,
And
they
Joe
do
Coy
it every
can
day
make
in
this
my life anyhow.
his thing now. He'll talk about this in
Yeah.
his stand-up. It's material. He can
Right.
turn it around.
People know him that didn't know him.
Yeah.
Right.
And Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, they made $4 million.
Ooh.
Because they were
Each.
more well-known
Guess you get what you
names.
pay for.
Oh my
I wonder what Joe
Each
Coy
$8
got
million
paid.
basically to do 15 minutes because
Yeah.
that's the opening.
I wonder what Joe Coy got paid. I don't have that number yet. We'll find out.
I bet.
Find out.
probably that.
Ladies and
Not fun,
gentlemen,
though.
it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
It is brought to you by Duncan. I thought you guys would find this a little funny. So the DMV, the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles.
Heard of him?
Okay, so they have
Stood line
listed
there.
the most rejected custom license plate in our great state of Texas. So here's some of the the rejected plates. Like people always try and be all
Applied to put this
sly.
on their car and
you
it
know,
was
your
rejected.
vanity plates.
I'm too cheap. I just do.
So at the top of the list, DKBSTR. All right, see if you can figure out what some of these mean. These are the rejected plates.
Backstabber?
BDBTCH. That's a rejected, the second
that?
most rejected plate.
Badass
BD.
bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the first one?
I'm not saying that. No, you should know.
No.
Not
No.
the first one.
I didn't even hear
I don't even
Why
know
are
why
you
he
bringing
said
that one
it.
up, Ryan?
You
God,
are-
you're up to the next.
Mommy, what does that mean?
Here's the next one. You are too SLOO. You are too slow.
Well, OO is slew.
Slew. You are too
Slew.
slew. KRAKHD.
Crackhead.
Crackhead.
Believe it or not, I was a crackhead.
Why would you
Now I'm a
want to
brain
drive?
surgeon.
Why would you want to drive with that around?
I don't
That's
know.
like,
That's like saying, please pull
Yeah.
me over.
DUI.
Another one, COOG 4R.
Coog for
For R.
Coog for you?
No, I just
for
heard 4R.
fire.
Oh, yeah.
What's an R?
For
I was thinking,
hire?
go Cougs!
That's thinking Coog.
Go
Right.
Cougs!
By the way, can I just make that known now? Because I get constant DMs of this. There is somebody in the city of Houston, also named Roula, spelled like me, Roula, who has a pink vanity plate on a Land Cruiser that is white. That is not me. I would never put my own name on my car. I also do not drive a Land Cruiser. So I was like, was it you? I saw you driving.
You know,
Is this you? And I'm like, it's not me, but I'm sure the person is constantly getting like a honk and like maybe like is hey, and maybe the person's saying they are me. I don't know, but the pink Roula license plate is not me.
That's funny. I never.
I get it all the
I've
time.
actually seen it on Westheimer.
You have?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I get
Sure, it's
screenshots
not
all
you.
the time.
Right.
Your restaurant's on
Ask them to
Westheimer.
send a pic of the driver and be like, does that look like me?
Yeah, nobody ever sends me a pic of the driver because they're always behind the
Yeah.
car.
Pink vanity
And they're
plate.
like, is this you? Because it's pink. It's not just a vanity plate, it's a pink vanity
Right.
plate.
Sticks
so
out.
it really sticks out. Anyway.
With a white car, yeah.
So good times on that. Coming up next, Try It Tuesday. Try It Tuesday. Now, usually we could be like interested or excited, but
Not
sometimes we're
excited.
scared.
This one has been
This one's
around
gonna be bad.
Costco, and now Roula saw it at Randall's.
And it was a smaller bag, so we could have saved some money.
I bought the big bag.
What is it?
This is something that salted egg salmon skin. Now, Roula and I, we both love
Fish skin.
the fish skin, like trout. Like
On trout, I will roll it in
when
one
it's
fork
fried,
fold.
when
The
it's fried.
whole fish skin.
Now,
I
Roula, you
love
fry-
it.
do you like
Goopy
a
stuff.
raw?
Oh,
like-
I
or
love
like
broiled fish skin. If you boil, oh my god, I love it.
Kevin does
I love
not.
it.
This sounds awful.
But Eric, salmon skin roll in a sushi restaurant. I ordered that and I was gagged. I was like, I can't eat salmon
Salmon
skin.
skin is tough.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see if
Try
Ryan
it
will-
Tuesday.
Ryan's going to enjoy this one.
seafood, so
There you go.
Smell
This is-
it.
This is the new
You
year.
have to.
So New Year, you gotta
You
try
have
it.
to try
You have to
this
try it.
one.
This is Try It Tuesday. We all have to try stuff.
It's
We all must
Irvin's
suffer.
salted egg salmon
Irvin.
skin. That's the brand.
Hey, Irvin.
And it says dangerously addictive.
No.
Is
Doubtful.
it? We'll find out next on Try It Tuesday on the Roula and Ryan Show.